Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I am journaling in my Bible using some bits and pieces from Felicity Jane. I've been hoarding these flocked floral stickers from the Gina kit, and this was a little bit tedious, so I did it off camera, but I did go ahead and pull the stickers off the backing and apply a powder tool to the back to take away the stickiness, and then carefully cut apart a whole bunch of different Felicity Jane pattern papers to fill in the spaces on the back of those flowers. So that did take quite a long time to do, but it gave me time to think and reflect on the verse that I'm journaling. So I am working in Psalm chapter 59 verses 16 through 17, and those say, "But I will sing of your strength and will joyfully proclaim your faithful love in the morning. For you have been a stronghold for me, a refuge in my day of trouble. To you, my strength, I sing praises, because God is my stronghold, my faithful God." And so I just wanted to do a simple entry just talking about praising God. So before I stick down all of those elements from Felicity Jane, I am adding some color to the background of the page. I'm just using a blue distress ink and a makeup brush to lightly dust that color in the background. And I used inspiration for the colors from the different pieces that I'd pulled from Felicity Jane. So some of the papers in the Lola kit have this pale blue color, so that's kind of where I went with that background and knew that the other products would work with that color. So before I stick everything down, I am going to pull out this stamp set from the Brie set, and it has these butterfly silhouettes, and I am going to stamp that with a pink ink just to add some more just dimension and interest behind these floral pieces. The floral pieces are really going to be the standout element on this entry, but I do want to add some interest to the background, and stamping is a great way to do that because then I can still write over the top of this, and so it doesn't really prohibit me from journaling and things like that, but it does still add some color and things to the background. I am working in the new Illustrating Bible, so I have a big wide margin to work with. So I can use some of these larger elements like this die cut piece from the Lola kit, and those flocked stickers are very, very large, so I didn't have to cut them down any. I was able to use them pretty much in their entirety in the margin of this particular Bible. So since I had covered the stickiness with that powder and with the papers, I'm just going to take some dry adhesive and add that to the back. And these stickers are a little bit, I don't know, finicky to deal with just because they are so intricate. So I'm just carefully laying it down on the page and getting it positioned exactly where I want before pressing it down. I could have gone in with some more detail and used, a whole bunch of different tones of yellows and more colors of greens, and maybe even filled in each individual spot in those flowers, but like I said, it was very, very tedious. So I just used a few different colored papers, and I didn't film any of that just because it took so long to put together, but I did pull out a couple different tones of paper just so that you could see some of the details of those flowers and how the petals are, curved and things like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick those down. And this particular Bible has a lot of room to the right of the verses in Psalms also. And so I'm going to pull out some of the chipboard pieces and this little label and just create a little cluster over to the right here. Chipboard pieces are pretty dimensional, and typically I wouldn't use chipboard pieces like this in my Bible journaling, but since this particular Bible is coil bound, I can really use some dimensional chunky pieces and not worry about it so much, since there is room in this Bible to do that. So I'm just using a dry adhesive to adhere that down. I picked some of the chipboard pieces that spell out "love this," and then I wanted to spell out "yes" and "amen" on this label, but there wasn't an ampersand in the Essentials Mini Puff alphabet stickers, and so I'm just going to put "amen" over here. I could have put the verse reference, but I'm going to add that here in a few minutes on another piece. And with this particular entry, I was just kind of taking my time to add a whole bunch of different pieces And the longer I spend putting a page together like this, the longer I have to really think about the verse that I'm journaling. So I like that I can really layer up a bunch of different little pieces and just kind of spend some time working with that. Off camera, I took one of the 6x6 pattern papers from the Lola kit and die cut out some alphabets, and I'm going to pair those with the Lola chipboard alpha. This alpha is a white chipboard, so it's thick, and it has a very, very, very tiny black polka dot on it. And so you could leave it just the black and the white, but I like these because I can go in and kind of custom color them with paints or markers or anything like that. So I'm going to take a marker to color these in. You can still see the little black polka dot, but I wanted to pull in some more yellow. Since I had already pulled in a little bit of yellow into the flowers, I'm going to want to pull that into some other areas. This particular journaling Bible does not have a lined margin, so I just use a T-ruler like this to help line up my alphabets. I did run these die cut ones through my Xyron sticker maker and turn them into stickers so that I could easily stick them down without having to fuss with glue and things like that. So I went ahead and spelt out my title. It says, "I will praise you." I've been hoarding these tassel bows from the Gina kit also, and these are pretty thick and chunky, so the only way that I will really use these are with a paper clip like this and create a tab out of it. If I was to adhere it directly to the page, it is very thick and very dimensional, and it might cause some issues with the Bible when it's closed and things like that. So I like to just run a paper clip through it. And then I'm going to create a little cluster here at the top. Whenever I add a paper clip to my Bible, I do be sure to add some washi tape underneath it just to reinforce the page so I don't worry about it tearing. I was really excited to see some tabs in the Lola kit this month, and you don't have to use these for Bible journaling if you're not a Bible journaler. There's lots of other ways you can use those tabs, but since I'm a Bible journaler, I was excited to have those to use to mark my Bible journaling entries. I also pulled out a little tag, polka dot tag die cut piece. I'm not sure which kit this is from. Like I said, normally what I do with the Felicity Jane kits is once I'm done with it for the month, I dump all of the elements together in a clear acrylic drawer. So everything is mixed together and I can just dig through there. And since most of the kits, the colors either match or coordinate really easily, and so I can just dig through there and pick out pieces to mix and match as I work with it. So I'm going to use this tag to put the verse reference down on there. At this time I was only doing Psalm 59:16, but when I came back in and highlighted, I did go ahead and add verse 17 also, but I just added some gold thread through the top of that tag, and I was going to attach it to this paper clip, but it just hung too low. So I ended up grabbing some more of that grid washi and attaching it to the top there. That grid washi, I get lots of questions about where I got it from. That is Felicity Jane. I will have it linked down below for you guys. That is one of my favorite staple go-to washi tapes. I use it all of the time. It's a really nice neutral. It's easy to use. So I'm going to use that at the top there to attach that tag. And then you have that fun kind of hanging down element there. Go ahead and highlight the verse, and then off camera I do add some journaling in the margin over there. I left myself some room, and that is it for the entry today. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Check out the description box for links to everything that I used in the video today. Head on over to Felicity Jane to check out the blog post for more up-close photos of the project. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.